Hello and welcome to Jadekind Gaming. This is the 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons campaign, the Shadow Kingdom. This will be the 19th session. I'm Bob, the Dungeon Master. We're joined today by Vic as Boy Mary, Ryan as Mother June, Adam as Dr. Richter, and Nick as Girl Mary.
And if you don't mind, I do occasionally just want to bring up, because he refuses to call Austin Austin, and I refuse to change the name in the bottom. Vic means Austin when he says.
When I was introduced to the man, he said
he was Vic. Yeah,
he informed me that he preferred to be called that until he tells me otherwise. That's his freaking name.
I cannot tell the difference if you use either name. They are both so ingrained into my
I just occasionally want to bring it up because it says Austin down below.
I'm just saying, when my mom asks about him, she asks how Vic is doing.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I believe is short for Vickelman, Cleric of Paylor.
No. I mean, other way around.
Because I met Vickelman, Cleric of Paylor first.
Yeah.
By the time I was meeting you, you were playing Vickelman, Cleric of Paylor.
No, that's the closest I get to like the LGBTQ community. Is like, yeah, I identify with that name better. When I get called it just gives me a small fuzzy feeling at the bottom. I'm like, I get that.
Mm-hmm.
Just being called by the thing you identify as. I get that.
Glad you feel that way, Austin.
Well, now that you feel that way, we are going to have to take a stand against it.
Well, no, just to clarify why the bottom says what it does.
Because Adam's bad at spelling.
And no one's speaking of Jade.
Yeah,
to be honest, I'm a lot more likely to spell Austin with a V than Adam is. So.
Yeah, don't be throwing stones.
Yeah, I live in an awful transparent house to throw that particular stone.
Sorry.
It was really easy to see where I was going, though. So.
Yeah, but you might bump into the glass walls.
I mean,
I'm sorry, I ruined it.
It could lead to a crack in my facade, but I guess we'll
Thank you for
let it pass through.
You're better at puns than me. I'll just say that. You're better at puns. I feel like you practice them.
Remember, this is 5th edition. A glass wall that you can see through is total cover.
I believe we had this discussion last time. It is not as rules as Bob.
It depends upon what it is.
Just regular glass.
If it requires line of sight, no. If it's a ray, you hit the window. It breaks the window and then goes to your intended target. Doesn't count as cover. So we are starting off Friday morning after y'all's meeting was concluded. And I have to duck over here for just 1 second. I forgot the most important thing. A delicious Coca-Cola Zero. Not a sponsor.
Oh man, if we could get that kind of sponsorship, that'd be something.
There'd be a lot of people confused.
Yeah, actually, me too. I mean, I'll take it. I will take it, but there would be a lot of confusion.
I mean, eventually, when they heard about it. A couple of years from now, they'd be like, how did they get a Coke sponsorship?
You greenlight this.
No guy.
Okay. Already off the rails. So yeah, what do you guys do?
It's after the meeting. I go to bed.
Alright, you go to bed. Mother June, what are you up to?
I'm going to go ahead and do my performance downstairs until it turns about lunchtime, and then I'm planning to go out and try to meet with Agatha.
Okay, I'm gonna need a single performance check and if you cast any spells that require spell slots, I need to know about that too.
I do not.
Okay. Let's see what dice you get to roll for this.
Oh man, if I was using Billy's sheet.
Yeah, don't use Billy Barca, who they haven't met yet, because I don't think we have any of those episodes out.
Nope, that's waiting for this campaign at least to be over.
Oh, well, stick around.
16.
I reap the benefit. I reap what I've sowed. 16?
Yes.
Alright. That's not... I mean, that's good. It's just not your standard. Alright, you get 17 gold. And that includes the 2 that they usually give you from the big money.
Wunderbar.
I mean, it's pretty good. It's just he's over there pulling almost old man numbers. At least what you can upon occasion.
Which they also don't get yet for the same reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're filming things concurrently, and you get to see them in long form. See you in 2 years. All right. Doc, what you up to?
I head back to my room.
All right.
And I spend a couple of hours identifying there is a dagger with a flame-carved hilt set with rubies that has evocation magic.
Yes, there is. Which would be in a magic item card if you felt like breaking it out. Otherwise, I can just tell you what it does.
Yeah, what's the...
It is a flame tongue dagger.
Okay.
That's very powerful.
For a dagger.
Well, I'm just thinking how well it combos with an actual rogue if I don't have to use this sword.
Rogues. Let's see here. You don't have any.
Well, no, I'm just saying as a general
I'm a
point.
wizard.
Yeah.
And then also the card that has strong conjuration and writing in an unknown language.
All right. As you complete, I'm assuming you're ritual casting it, which is why it's taking so long.
No, I'm spending the short rest with a magic item to just identify.
Oh, you're
everything.
spending a short rest with it.
Yep.
Okay, so as you study it, fondle it, give it a cuddle, and you're trying to delve into what it does through, taking some potions yourself, putting it in some things, getting some reactions, and studying it, what you get is a picture of a half-elven man popping up and going, everything. It wouldn't be a surprise if it wasn't. It wouldn't be an adventure if it wasn't a surprise. If you want to know what it does, rip it up and find out.
Inlaid major image.
And go ahead and do a charisma check.
Check or save?
Save.
Yeah. 9.
9? It's attuned to you.
You are now attuned to a dagger. Or a
No,
card.
to the card.
Yeah, a
You are
card.
attuned to the card.
Oh.
You get the feeling that if you throw it away, it's a bad penny. You can't get rid of it.
It's a cursed item, is what it is.
Well, I don't know if it is, because cursed item's hard to get rid of. This one just has to be activated.
Yeah, you just gotta rip it up.
Yeah, that's all. Just do it. Do it right now. No pain, no gain.
I guess bundle up and... What is it? Is Aaron's clothes the one best suited for this rainy weather?
Well, I mean, it's raining. You could go traveler. It's your wardrobe. Do what
I don't have to. I have day clothes, casual or night bar, hard work or running errands.
Well, I mean,
Hard work.
you can do any of them if you just throw your cloak over it. That's kind of why they exist.
I guess I go with that, sure.
I mean, you're literally consulting the heavens. Oh, great deity in the sky, what should I wear?
No, I'm not. I'm looking at the clothes, and I don't actually get to see them. They're in your head, so I'm trying to figure out which one is it that's the harder leathers that are resistant to it and not going to mess up from trudging through.
Hard work is by nature a more rugged
Okay,
set of
then
clothes.
sure. I'll do that. I don't know.
Oh, did you not take prestidigitation?
I don't know how I would do prestidigitation with my little vials of potion.
It creates a gas that creates the effect you want, like clean or something.
This is kind of... Did you ever get like a little your badger stat block or anything like that?
I have not pulled up better stat block.
Okay. Just,
Assume it's a badger.
yeah, it's the standard badger stat block.
Oh yeah, I figured that'd be pretty easy. You just have whatever, like a vial, and it pours and does whatever the prestidigitation effect
Yeah, but it
is.
does so many different things, and some of them I can't.
Well, you could always be like, I pull out a vial that has a spritzer nozzle and you spray it on yourself and it cleans you. Or you could spray it and it does the color changes or changes the scent of things. Like, you could literally do like one of those old school perfume bottles with like the hand pump on the side. Like, there's ways you could make it work if you wanted to.
I mean, either that or you could have a vial per effect.
anyways, well, yeah, obviously I'd have to. That's the kind of thing. Yeah, so I bundle up and I head out. I'm gonna head towards the zone over, not the one that they were hanging out, the one with the opposing gang.
Okay, the one with
Head horse zone.
Yeah, the headless horse
Yeah.
tavern. Okay.
And just kind of, I've not seen that too much. I kind of look around a bit. While I'm assuming there aren't a huge number of people staying out in the weather, for maybe a section of street that, whether it be intersection, kind of like a spot that maybe in nicer days, folks would set up and there'd probably be some gathering, that kind of.
Okay, so you're going to you're looking for a town square kind of thing.
Yeah, that sort of feel
or like
within
a
that
market
zone.
square or something.
Yeah, something like that within that zone.
Excellent. Investigation. Since it's storming and raining really hard.
Yeah.
Meant to just look at you all crazy by
21.
21. Yeah, you can find square, no problem.
And so I walk sort of into the middle of that and I tear the card.
Okay. You feel power suffuse you. Like anything you want could be yours if you would just wish for it.
Is your greatest wish right now?
You are compelled to speak. You have 15 seconds to compose a wish.
Wish for money.
I wish those in power around me to drop dead.
Okay. Okay.
We just chop the block guillotine. This is the rule structure.
You feel a voice laughing in the back of your head. It just goes, good one. And you feel the power drain out of you as it suffuses out into the world.
Mm-hmm.
There's all of a sudden 3 strikes of lightning throughout the district.
We need to move.
Why?
Because
if we don't
capitalize on it, new people will fill in. But right now, it's a scramble.
I'm sleeping.
I thought it was funny as you were over there going, man, you could have accidentally given us so much money. I'm like, I gave you a 9th level wish spell. I'm not worried about the money. All right. That got used a lot faster. I thought for sure that item was just going to come back to haunt me. But, hey, awesome. Great job. 10 out of 10 would give it to you again. I'm not going to, but I totally would. You have to save a near divine-like being from a 10,000-year curse to just get another wish. Okay.
Maybe once more over the campaign.
So that's what you do with your day, because it takes a couple hours and all that stuff.
Yeah. Finding the place and all that.
Girl
Yeah.
Mary, what are you doing?
Yep.
Dress up back in my traveler's clothes, not the zoot suit.
Because it's storming, which you would have known.
Yes.
Because you predicted it.
Mm-hmm.
Also because we've been sitting in a meeting all day and hearing the rain outside.
Yeah.
It's been pleasant. Like, most of the houses are slate. Most of the roofs are slate. The roof on this, as you hear the ting ting ting, is tin. And just kind of pleasant. It fits weirdly with the motif of this place of looking so ramshackle and yet so well built.
I'm sorry, my brain just now connected. The lightning strikes because it is storming.
That's what I was.
My brain just got there. Sorry.
Yep. That wasn't divine lightning. That was just 3 random strikes of lightning that directed to 3 random people.
Very unfortunate people.
Yes.
I'm going to bundle up, go around the area, and see if I can find any animals, rats, cats, other things that just live in the area.
Sure. Investigation check. Oh, with disadvantage, it's storming.
18. Yes, I do not have investigation, so 19.
19. Okay. You see, there's actually a surprisingly small number of rats.
Mm-hmm.
There's a large number of cats, which probably has a relationship. And there's a few dogs, including one rangy little mutt that looks a little bit ragged and is kind of sitting under the eaves in the back of the thing.
So
there's cats, dogs, and rats, if you insist.
Yes.
Well, we got raining cats and dogs.
I will go ahead and just straight up...
You find another goal just under your seat somewhere. Just add another goal. I'm going to give you a tip for that one. I didn't even think of it. It's great. I love it. I love everything about it.
Alright.
Seeing the duration on this. 10
Animal
minutes.
friendship? Or
No, speak with animals.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It is 10 minutes, so I'll go ahead and once I find a couple, space that out. I have a couple castings and I can ritual it afterwards of speaking with the animals, letting them know I'm willing to, help and feed them if they're willing to do things for me, like watch people do stuff. I offer them food and stuff.
Most of the cats are disdainful because they already have food.
Mm-hmm.
They have many humans that they own who give them food.
Makes sense.
One of them has a tabaxi who they own who gives them food. But as it is a higher being, it admits that it kind of is owned by the tabaxi as well.
Yes.
Most of the dogs would just be like, I love you.
Yes.
And the poor pooch under the windowsill is just like, I'm so hungry.
Well, I'll give him some food and...
Yeah, he runs up against you. He's a stinky boy.
Yeah.
He doesn't seem to have a home.
Would you like to give it a home?
I'm checking if I have lesser restoration. Is that second level?
If you're trying to check if you have a home, you don't.
Well, I'll feed that, and I have one of those, and I'll prepare that today. Go ahead and cast lesser restoration on it.
Okay.
It cures one disease and one condition affecting it.
As you reach out and are petting the good boy on the sides, and it is a boy,
Mm-hmm.
and you cast your spell, you notice all of the fur starts sleeking out, and things seem to be like jumping off or popping off, and
So Manger just flees.
you got rid of the fleas,
Okay.
which was kind of causing the mange.
That's good.
Which I know that's not how mange works, but I'm not a vet, so screw you, magic fleas.
You cured it of magic fleas.
Hey, diseases and other things have to be super strong in these here times when we have magic cures.
Yeah, it's,
Or no one cares about it.
It's actually from a sheep farmer who needed to fleece some people.
Oh god, magic imbued puns.
Yeah, I'm like, not sure.
Yeah, curses more often than not magic imbued puns.
I think I hurt Adam physically.
He had to flee.
Ryan finds another goal.
You're incentivizing it!
Well, you know what happens when the patients are in charge of the madhouse, so...
So yeah.
I mean, yes, actually. I've run that one.
So yes, I heal that, and I'll take this dog back to the inn. I won't bring it inside, but I'll have it, give it some food and have it wait outside, and I'll start,
It's just sitting there really sadly in the rain, looking at you walk into the nice warm place as it's going boop, boop, boop.
No, I come back out with some food, and I don't really have anything else on me. So, yeah, I'll just sit out there with it and start casting Speak with Animals and start instructing in the beginning of its training.
Okay, give me an animal handling and give the good old boy a name.
Yes.
Tom.
Dog. Cat.
They'll never suspect Cat, the dog.
It's the name of the dog in the Stupids.
Huckle.
Huckle, okay.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
It's like I can hear him.
Mm-hmm.
No, Huckle is a well-behaved boy.
Yeah. I only get 9, but I do still have another second level spell, I think.
You're pretty sure
Mm-hmm.
he's aware of his name.
Yes. Which is good, because I can cast Speak with Animals and literally tell it to him.
Yeah, but that doesn't train him.
No.
You can speak with animals and you just be like, your name's Huckle, you're gonna call me things, okay.
Yeah, but I'm trying to combine
You're not
this,
as nice as me.
Yeah, I'm trying to combine the Speak with Animals
Or maybe
with
more
the animal
nice.
handle. So,
Yeah.
and I will...
It's
how many...
lowering your DC instead of giving you advantages.
That's fine. How many second level spells do we have at 3? 1 or 2?
2.
2, I think.
2? Okay, then I will cast another restoration on it to cure any other diseases.
Okay, you go up and give the good boy another scratch, and it doesn't seem to really fix anything. He's mainly just malnourished and cold and wet. The thing he needs more than healing is shelter and drying off at this point.
If only someone didn't make it rain.
I know you don't have prestidigitation.
No. I do have Druidcraft and Guidance, but I do have Control Flame.
There's no flame.
No.
It's raining.
Mm-hmm. Just,
So that'll put a damper on your plans.
we'll light a torch and get it nice and hot with the Control Flame, but...
So you're just sitting, like, in front of the inn.
No, off to the side, maybe near the alley. Out of people's way.
Okay, I'm just...
Yeah, but I am just hanging out at...
How late in the day?
Pardon me?
His day, he's probably, like, about noon.
Mhm.
So people are coming into lunch, and there's just this bunny in garbage clothes out there with a garbage dog.
I wanted to give him advice on how to cook it.
You could probably use Druidcraft in order to create a gust of wind to like blow dry him.
Except it's raining.
Well, you need to take him inside.
Well, yeah. Right now I'm just trying to get his core temperature up. While I try to figure out how to either bring him
He's
inside.
not in hypothermia.
Ah. You made it sound like he was in the midst of dying from the cold and rain. And
No,
malnutrition.
he's just cold and wet.
Oh, okay.
So are you, by the way.
You're not... He was sitting under an eaves, which was keeping him out of the rain.
Oh.
You are now sitting on the side of the road, basically, in a downpour, and he's just sitting there with you because he's a good boy.
I did not realize
You
there wasn't an
literally pulled him
overhang.
out of a dry spot, and you've been keeping him in the rain for about a half hour now.
Oh. I did not realize there wasn't an overhang on the end.
Why would there be an overhang on the end?
I just expect buildings to have overhangs of some sort.
They don't do that now.
They generally do. I mean, they're not huge, but usually about a foot. Just to make sure water goes far enough away before it hits to not mess up the foundation.
Yeah, but that's not where he's sitting. It's not up against the building.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You asked him if he was doing that. He said, no, I want to stay out of people's way.
You should probably just go inside and dry off.
Yeah. So, tell the dog to come back here tomorrow. I'll give it food.
Okay, boss.
Yeah.
And Huckle just kind of wanders off.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's what I spent. It was only half my day, I guess.
Yeah, it's noon.
Well, I'll go up, dry off, and start making plans on how to train the pooch tomorrow, so I can get his help, doing stuff.
Okay.
My current goal is to make my own cadre of animals to help me with stealth and other spying network.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That could actually be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
That actually starts to make me think maybe your character will be interesting. I'm liking that. Okay. Not that I had ill thoughts before.
Just wasn't evil enough for where your evil was.
I mean, I was just given a very short time to come up with a wish. I was like, just kill people.
That's when you meet people and it's like, what'd you do? Why you kill all
I
these
think
birds
two
you
of which
see?
literally
It's
have
like,
never entered the campaign at all.
Yeah, no, you haven't met two of them.
Yep.
Well, they're dead now.
God.
Not our
And
fault.
we only assume the gang leader was the top of his gang.
Yeah.
The bigger issue is the way I deliberately set up this campaign for it to be easily playable means that I cannot misinterpret that wish. It was dead simple,
Yep.
and now they're just dead.
Hand me the creature box. It's
Creature NPC cards?
Yep. Let's start digging for Badger.
Badger Lord.
I'm moving your Tim's to the
Yeah,
other
put 'em where you
shelf
want.
just because
That's fine.
there's things I don't want to crush. Alright, so that's... all of you are now at noon, so we'll circle back around. Oh, you usually play... yeah, it's about noon when Nick... you just got done playing your set. When Nick wanders in, you just keep finding these gold coins. Weird.
Well, I'm going off to the Union building.
Alright.
Keep yourself busy.
You head off to the Union. Okay. Let me do a quick percentage check. Okay. Okay, so you're walking off towards the Union building. Are you going to the office or are you going to the docks? What part of the building are you going to? The office is like the second floor thing where you guys usually are spending time. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm going to go meet Agatha, so I'll go where I need to go to her office.
Yes, which would be up the stairs. And as you're walking up the stairs and going to open the door to walk in, Agatha's like walking out. She's like, "Oh, Mother June, I was just going to lunch. You'd like to join me?"
Yes. I came here to meet you, and lunch would be lovely.
Excellent. This is her lunchtime, and there's a 50% chance as to whether or not you would catch her or not.
Or she gone.
Rolled a 50. So you, caught her right as she was leaving. Perfect timing. So, yeah. You guys are going pretty much right back to the Red Horse Inn as there's
the only
not...
food
Yeah,
establishment
there's
in
not
the
a whole
area.
lot of other eateries for
Oh,
reasons.
okay. Yeah, so while we're walking back, is it are there a lot of people walking along the road, or is it
I mean, there are
Lunch-
definitely people going
lunch crowd?
to lunches, but most of them seem to be heading home to eat at home, because the reason the residential area is so close to the Union is so that when all these workers are going on lunch break, they can go home and have lunch. Makes life easier on pretty much everyone.
Okay. Well, while we're walking along, I'll have whatever small talk conversation to her, but I do bring up that if she wouldn't mind before she heads back out again, I would like to have a private conversation with her for a moment.
Oh, of course, Mother Jane.
Thank you. So, yeah, we'll go have lunch at the Red Horse.
You walk out, walk back in. Are you taking your food up to your private dining room, or are you just going to eat lunch there?
Yeah, and she can come up to the private dining room with
Okay.
me.
So you go up there, and Spartacus, kind of spotting you, being the good logistics officer that he is, brings lunch up to you and Agatha with some nice pots of tea.
Thank you, Spartacus.
Of course, mother.
Well, so, Agatha, I wanted to bring up something that has come to my attention.
Oh, guess what?
We have found that Caldwalder has been stealing money from the Union.
It's awful.
Yes.
Do you have proof?
We have some proof, but not enough to get the local law enforcement involved quite yet. And see, we've kind of run into a snag with getting it to where we'd be able to hand over all the evidence in order to incriminate him. See, the problem that we have is that the money that the accounts archive, the money that he has in those accounts, that he didn't use his personal name on it, and we're looking for where he might be hiding the chops for accessing that money. If we could find a way to locate where those are and maybe catch him with possession of them, maybe we'd be able to hand that over, and then the authorities would be able to take all of the money and put it back into the Union's coffers.
Well, they'd either be on his person or at his home. Do you need his address?
That'd be helpful. Yes.
He writes down his address and gives it to you. It's seems like it's in one of the other side,
Good
other
work.
side of the district.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's as simple as asking. I have a logistical question about chops. Since they use your blood to bind with them, does that mean if you just got the chops, it could be traced back to whoever's bound with it?
Yep.
Okay. So we don't need to catch him red-handed. He's, directly tied to the chops, which are tied to the counts, which are directly tied to the Union funds.
Yeah, the name isn't tied to him, but the chops are.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I can speak in sidebars again.
Yes, you totally can.
so
You're allowed to participate in the council.
well, I asked her. So I know that you do a lot of the work at the Union. What has Codwalder, as far as you've been aware of, been up to lately?
As far as union work goes, the only thing he really does is negotiates contracts and that sort of thing. I do most of the day-to-day running of it.
Okay.
And if he isn't embezzling, I mean, we need to get this handled quickly. This is these people's livelihoods. Part of joining the union is you get shares in it. So he's taking money out of his family's the family's mouths, basically.
Yeah, that's why I
This
thought.
family's hungry for money.
Well, and that's why I was thinking that we need to get that back, because that's money of the people of this zone, and I wanted to make sure that I couldn't sit knowing that he was doing that to you guys.
It's not surprising, Mother June, after all of who you represent.
Yes. So, as far as what Caldwalder does for the Union, the idea that I had going forward with that, if I could make the suggestion, was that I've got my friend Steve, who's looking to set us up his own law firm, that we might be able to have somebody who either works under him or maybe he's quite busy though, so he might not have time to get involved personally, but might be able to set you up with somebody to help negotiate future negotiations for contracts, if that would be up your alley.
Well, it'd really be up to whoever replaces Codwalder.
Okay. Well, that's something for the future, and if you need assistance, feel free to come to me, or we could set up a meeting with Steve, and if you think that you could render his services, or somebody that works under him, as far as contract negotiation.
Well, good to know.
Yeah.
Keep them in mind.
Alright, so, yeah, we'll go ahead and try to figure out what to do about Caldwelder and finding the chops that he's using to hide this money away from you guys.
Thank you, Mother June. I appreciate it so much.
And it's like, he's like, a good deed is its own reward. I'm happy.
Yes. Well, I need to get back to the old grindstone.
Fare thee well.
Yes, you too.
Yeah.
Blessings of Renette on you.
Yeah, be with you.
They both kind of do a little southern, hug thing, and she leaves.
Alright, so we got Mr. Caldwelder's
Is it really
address.
southern? She says she's going to leave and then actually does.
Oh, it takes like 5 minutes for her to leave.
Is that really? Is it really proper? Or is that more Midwest where nobody ever actually leaves?
I think that's a relatively common southern thing of, you gotta like say that you're running out of time. You gotta hit the old dusty trail. You say it like 3, maybe 4 times. And
Man,
you go,
that's crazy.
And then you go, well, and you can go.
Yeah.
Versus getting done at the restaurant, going out to the parking lot, then having another 45-minute conversation before actually leaving.
Weather depending.
Mm-hmm.
I call Spartacus up to the room.
Yes, boss.
I was able to talk with Agatha, and she gave me Caldwelder's address, and if we can get our hands on those chops, we'll be able to pin the embezzlement on him. I'm waiting for Mary to get up, basically. I just wanted you to know.
All right.
We're all wondering why him specifically. Is it just because he's
Well,
the
he's
only
here.
lieutenant here?
Yeah, he's here.
Good talk. He goes back downstairs, back to his table, and he keeps working. He basically has decided that this is the cleanest, driest, well-lit, free drinks, free food all day. So he works most of his logistics stuff through there, and you notice, especially you, because you spend more time down in the actual inn, he has 5 or 6 people working for him.
Good man.
He's already pretty much set up a decent amount of his department, and he just works from inside, especially on gross rainy days.
Yeah. Alright. So we got that. Are you still around? Are you at the inn?
Yeah.
I'll call you up and tell you the same thing.
Well, I was in my room working on something if you knock, and then you can tell me.
Okay. Well, I tell you, grab Molly if she comes back. If not, we'll wait until Mary's up.
Yeah.
In fact, I'll go ahead and take this time to go and have a nap. In case we have to do stuff tonight.
My notes on what Molly is doing today. Molly's looking into Union Boss. Maybe even find his name.
No. To be fair, I asked a random person in front of her about his name yesterday and got it.
My notes are funny. Oh, I can take this wish thing off here now. Yeah, because you do have a flame tongue dagger, so do you have the information for that, or
If it comes up, it's fine.
It's 2d6 and
Judith?
sheds light like a bright torch and like
40-foot radius, bright light, 40-foot dim, and 2d6 fire.
Yeah.
And it's a bonus action to activate and deactivate. No, bonus action to activate. You can when you sheath it, it automatically will turn off, or if you drop it. So if you drop it or sheath it, you have to re-bonus action to activate it.
So is it like an extended blade of flame, like lightsaber style, or is it just the dagger?
The dagger gets flamed.
Just
on
the
it.
dagger.
It doesn't turn the dagger into a longsword.
Lightsaber.
But as long as it doesn't just like catch on fire randomly against my will.
To be fair, you could have a saber with light on it, but it is not a lightsaber.
El sable.
El sable.
Yes. Also,
Flaming.
it's interesting because it's on a dagger that has a thrown ability, but can't be used to thrown in flame dagger because once it leaves your hand, it goes out.
No, if it is dropped
Oh.
or
Yeah,
sheathed.
dead hand switch. You just gotta cut your own hand off and toss both.
No, if it is thrown, it works until the dagger hits the ground.
And now they got one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, now that there's a dagger over there. It's attunement, so you can't activate it without attunement. So, anyways.
You could throw it in the water, though.
That's true with most things.
Yeah.
Anything
Borderline
small enough
everything.
to like pick up and
Borderline all things, it's true with. You
take
can't
this
just-
mountain and throw it into the sea.
Yeah, you really can just throw things into the water. If you felt so inclined.
And that's how we get artificial islands.
Is it artificial?
Yeah, we made them, not nature.
Yes, but it's still an island. It's not artificial. It's
still
just man-made.
called that. Yeah.
Man-made islands.
All of this is wildly unimportant to the game that we're playing, which is D&D, totes.
Mm-hmm.
That happens.
Yes, it does. I mean, that's your thing.
Yep.
That's your thing. Doc, you're coming back. So
I am actually, after that, I am going to, because it was lightning strikes, I kind of start heading direction of the nearest and kind of casing the direction. I want to try and figure out if I can find, maybe from Panic, from whatever, if I can figure out what buildings those are based out of.
I'm gonna say survival or perception, but the perception check would be higher to pinpoint the building based off a lightning strike in the distance. The survival would be lower because that's tracking and stuff like that. So whichever one of those two you want.
Well, I'm going to do survival because the bonus is the same.
That's fine.
And I get an 11.
Okay. You're not sure. It's off to like the closest one. You're pretty sure is off to the southwest.
Okay, but heading in that direction, I don't have any sense of panic of people that were nearby noticing. And
Not yet. I mean, if you walk and you kind of search out there, you come across people going, struck a building. Like, eventually, it takes you a couple hours walking through the rain, and you do find a building with some, like, scorching on it.
Is it look like a home?
It looks like a business.
Is there a sign?
Yes, it is a butcher's shop. And the butcher's name is... Nope, that's not right there, I guess. Malcolm Hawk Butchery.
That wasn't the same one that was in the Gladiator, known as the Butcher, is it? Or his family?
You don't know. You haven't met him.
Yeah.
And
So-
you weren't there.
Yeah. That's really a question
So,
for Ryan. in
a
these
business?
notes.
I could use some meat. Are they open?
It seems to have a crowd of
No.
people.
Oh, okay, so there's a crowd.
Yeah, there's people
Okay.
standing around it, and there seems to be 5 or 6 people inside the building.
Okay. I first integrate with the crowd to try and figure out what's going down here.
They don't hang out very long. It's generally like people walking by go, "This is a lightning strike." They kind of check it. You go, "I guess got hit by lightning," and then walk off.
Kind of.
There isn't
Kinda-
anyone blocking the door or anything.
Yeah,
like
I
that,
kind of
so-
go and open the door cautiously. Kind of.
Yeah, open it and you can walk right on in.
Yeah.
Ding, 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 ding. One of them turns around and goes, "We're closed."
Understandable.
As you leave, he comes over and puts up a sign that just says "closed," and you hear of a bolt tumbler turning.
What they look like?
The people in there, they
Mhm.
looked like really burly, strong butchers. The one who closed the door was a human, about 5'7", 5'8", just arms bigger than his thighs. Just really an absolute unit of a man.
Someone is skipping leg day.
No, his arms are about this big around.
Yeah, but if he's also if his thighs are not big in proportion, then he's not. He's skipping leg day.
I mean, that's people's muscles develop at different rates depending upon their genetics, but okay.
But that feels like it leaves
Your
it very
arms are
top
bigger
heavy.
than your thighs. You've done something very wrong.
You become a serious.
Yet, at the same time, I don't want to be punched by that guy.
On the other hand, they lock the door. That means they're trapped inside. Set it on fire.
I think we need to work on your definition of trapped.
I mean, I have.
Yeah, you got a big old face.
Look, if that dagger wasn't for arson, I don't know what it's for.
You know what? You know what? One thing that I know about arson:
It's pretty easy to do.
slightly more difficult while it's raining.
True, slightly more difficult.
I mean, the building's not on fire after a hefty lightning strike, so...
Yeah. And I'd wander and see if I can find similar... I now kind of know what I might be looking for. Just
Okay.
like the appearance in the building, so...
Okay, so you can do an investigation check at disadvantage. Because it's raining.
But investigation, no...
I don't know how good you're portent.
Is 16.
Okay, you wander around for about 2 hours in the rain. You're getting pretty wet. You do pass the Horse's Head Tavern, and there's a bit of a commotion inside as well. But
Okay, so Horsehead Tavern is this one. Red Horse is the one back at us.
yeah.
Okay, I kept messing those up. I mean,
Yeah, well, Horse's Head.
is gang.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Horse's Head Bar, and Red Horse Inn,
yeah.
and then we have that other inn where the old guys play it. That's also another like Gray Pony or something.
Yeah, there's I think 3 different horse ones, and I'm like, okay, I have to stop this because I'll get them mixed up. So I started naming them after other things, which is how you got the Gilded Lily.
Mm-hmm.
The true Gilded Lilies.
Yes, there's apparently 2 Gilded Lilies because I messed up. Is
Mhm.
that the Gilded Lily O'Fallon location?
Yeah.
Yeah, to be fair, there are plenty of businesses where there are absolutely duplicates of it in the same area.
Yeah. Are you guys owned by the same
Yeah, they
company?
aren't owned by the
No.
same people. This,
I mean, we go to
township-
JJ's.
Yeah,
If you go a little further down the highway, there's another JJ's. They're totally different.
maybe that one's the good one then.
No. It's like it's not the same style of restaurant.
Yeah, I know, but the JJ's you guys go to is overpriced with not enough food. It's not good.
I'm
Okay,
sorry if you
the
don't,
quality is fine. The quantity was garbage.
depending on what you order. Yeah. The price does not equal the amount necessarily.
I ordered a burger. It was delicious and it fills me up.
I paid $17 and got a burger with fries, and I was still hungry.
$17 for a burger. They're like $10.
The burger, fries, drink was like $17 after tip.
Well, there's your mistake. You gotta go watch Reservoir Dogs. Mr. Pink makes some very good arguments about the nature of tipping.
I've worked in the restaurant business far too long. I can't do that.
Yeah.
They'll kick me out.
There's a sense of, yes, the system needs to change, but until it does, don't be the jerk.
That's
I will be.
I know you will.
If I
I
pay
know
into
you
the
will.
system, I'm supporting the system.
I know who you're not supporting? The children of the waitress, the serving
You know
staff.
who is supporting those children? Minimum wage.
And us.
Well, minimum wage. It's unfair labor practices. You don't fix unfair labor practices by keeping your head down and doing what the boss says.
The opinions of Austin do not necessarily reflect the opinions of Jade Kind.
You don't affect change by licking boot. You know what you get when you lick boot? More boot.
Moving on. So anyway, so Horsehead Bar has another strike
No, there was a commotion. He said.
commotion.
No, you don't notice much of a difference
Aw,
until
man,
you
I
walk
like that
in,
no.
and then there's a bit of commotion, yeah. But
Mhm.
as you try to walk in, there's a big burly half-orc who goes, "Sorry, we're closed."
Oh. Okay. He offers no.
Nope. He offers absolutely no additional information.
It's a half orc.
Yep.
Also burly like the butchers.
Well, yeah. Not like the butchers. He's
A different kind of burly.
Yeah, he's like over 6 foot tall and broad, but not quite as muscle bound as the others.
Although I'm fairly confident that I have a tie that they're probably one of them, and it was just from what some of the things that Gato and Yank had mentioned over time.
Yeah, you're probably aware of who this person is.
And at this point, I feel it's probably been long enough that I'd struggle to find the...
You can certainly try.
I'm guessing still disadvantage.
And it is still raining. Yeah, you can't seem to find it. You know it's somewhere. Yeah, you're not 100% sure where that last strike was.
Head back.
Okay. That's pretty much your entire day spent around, and you come back looking a bit like a drowned rat. However, you notice under your clothes, pretty pleasantly dry. Like a little damp, but doesn't seem like you just spent 12 hours in the downpour.
No.
Good job, work clothes.
Yeah, they're pretty well made. You bought the pin too, didn't you? The resizing pin?
I bought the resizing pin, yeah.
I don't recall if that cleans or not. Because if it cleans, you come back dry.
Silver belt buckle, ivory inlay. Clothes change size. No, I think he tried to upsell me, and I didn't write down what the price was going to be for the other one, but with the idea of maybe when I have more money.
Okay, so yeah, you do come back damp but not soaked as you ought to be.
Mm-hmm. All right.
So
otherwise, when I get back, if there are still people
it's about
from the gang around, I will try and...
About 8 in the evening.
I will try to give information. Basically, I'll go up to our private room.
Mary is out there. Is up and at the bar at this point, eating his breakfast.
Well, by the time that is, then I'm pretty sure some stuff has happened with Mother June by then, because Mother June was watching for him.
Did Bullet Mary sleep like 12 plus hours?
No, he's been up for a minute.
No, I didn't know if he did anything during the day or just...
Well, he goes to bed at about 10 to 11 in the morning, depending upon how busy you guys are, and then he does his full 8 hours long rest. And he's up all through the night, is the way he explained it to me. I assume that's correct?
Yeah, that's the goal.
So you're up, and he's usually sitting at the bar talking to the innkeeper, drinking and eating, and just busting...
Good thing the lightning didn't kill the innkeeper.
Busting balls with the
Shouldn't it have?
innkeeper.
I was in a different
He
zone.
was in a different zone.
Oh, you were in a
I
different
specifically left our zone first, because I didn't know what this was going to do. Is this going to be like a single card of the deck of many things? Is this going to be...
That would have been the funniest TPK.
People of power in our area. Well, you all die. Yeah.
Yeah. You would have killed your entire party and you.
Yeah.
You would have ended the campaign.
Yeah. I had no power in that zone.
Hey, remember, death's another adventure.
I think I have that book for 3rd edition.
So, yes. It's... You guys have some time to do things if you'd like. Because Adam is running around for quite a bit. You are like 12:30, 1 o'clock is where your guys' time picks up. So you have from then till about 7, and then Vic wakes up, and then he gets time. So
I tell Spartacus I'm going to go take a nap. If Mary wakes up, then come get me.
Of course. Spartacus gets up and walks into the back to get his own tea. It's becoming an issue.
they need to serve.
They don't
replace
have
someone for their college boy.
Yeah. Actually, let's go ahead and do that. Okay. I'll need to make a note of it.
It's like, be careful. The last kid who worked here, he was cursed. See, now we know what that card was. We got to time travel. You got to use the card to deliver the same curse back onto Erich.
In my notes, he's E Mary and she's A Mary.
Why not just use the full Maribel then? If
Yeah, Maribel.
Yeah, no, you're M.A. Maribel,
Mhm.
whereas he's Mary like
Yeah.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
And you're like Richter scale.
Yeah, I have several names that you
Exponential
can use
growth.
for my character.
Richter's the one I type the most.
Ludwig, Dr. Richter.
I
I
mean,
mean, technically Herr Wolfgang, although...
yeah, Herr Wolfgang hasn't showed up most recently.
Okay.
Herr Wolfgang will have easier time coming out when I have more spell slots.
True.
We have been stuck at level 3 for a while. With any luck, I will have accelerated us for once we get to 4, we get 5 a bit quicker.
Mm.
I mean,
Make things
possibly.
feel a little good, as I said, with any luck.
I mean, so far you have been the one pushing the campaign forward finally once we have figured it out.
Isn't that what we're supposed to be doing?
Yep.
Yes, but we know that now. Versus us just sort of living our lives in this zone. As we try to scrape 4,000 gold over the next 3 years as peasants.
Okay. How many days ago did Yank die?
It
So
was a
probably
Sunday.
probably like last week.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Right. Okay. So you guys have time. Do you do anything with it, or?
Oh, okay. So, with Mary, we'll go to the private room. It's like, okay.
Yeah, like 7 days.
So, are you in the inn?
Yeah.
Okay.
Still in
then
my room, so
I call him up as well.
Yeah.
And so we got the location of the union boss's house. If we can just get the chops from him, we'll be able to tie him to this account, and we'll be able to incriminate him and just hand this stuff over to the police to get him arrested. I've already told Agatha
5 days.
that we've got some of the dirt on him, and that we just need to get the last one. She was going to inform me of his location.
Right.
So we need to go and either find out whether or not the chops are on him or in his house someplace.
Well, it's night, so he's probably at his house.
Well, that'll at least narrow the search down to only having to check the house. Because if we need to check him, then he's already there.
Yep, we can always knock him unconscious.
Yep.
Another caper. Excellent.
So, we're upstairs talking.
Yeah.
I'll bring it up in the morning, but, our young, what was his name? The cursed boy?
Jeb?
Our young Jeb left me a wish on his departure, and,
You think he just would have used it on himself to maybe end his curse?
strange boy, wasn't he?
Yeah, weird boy.
But, if things worked out, I believe those in the adjoining Horsehead's territory in charge should be dead now. So if we can act fast, I think we may progress in that direction.
Well, it's we'll have to pull. We'll have to get this handled and start recruiting. We need to get this base situation handled and start moving. Yeah.
So we're going to check this guy's house?
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and take care of the union boss as best we can.
I wasn't here last time. Are we actually going to do our own research this time versus just going in there randomly tonight?
No, I think the plan is to go in there randomly tonight.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we'll have to check his house to see what kind of exterior defenses it has before we try to break into the place, but...
Is the rain breaking yet?
It seems to have slowed down, but it's probably going to be a rainy night.
so tempted to check on the next day, but then that'll set it in stone.
Yeah, go for it. See what happens.
Could be anything. It could be clear skies.
There is a dice over there if you ever want it that does random weather.
Oh no, I just picked the most inconvenient one.
Tornadoes.
Yeah, there's going to be some tornadoes. Nick keeps
Where's the
it up.
port town? We can get hurricanes.
Just tsunamis every
There's
week.
tornadoes and hurricanes, and everything that Nick loves dies.
Including that dog. DM killing dogs.
But so we got the location, and I figure we'll follow your lead.
Sure, we can go now.
No?
Or are we waiting?
We got a sewer access here. Flip through those maps.
Yeah, we got maps.
Yeah, there's a lot of sewers do lead to a lot of different areas, and if you overlay it with the maps of the city that you have had them procure, you can go ahead and make a survival check with advantage for map reading. Someone can, whomever you wish.
I stopped my hand.
I get 6.
Not all of you. One of you gets to
No
roll.
bonus to survival.
Yeah, I'm saying I have 6. I can probably
Oh,
read
I
maps.
thought you rolled a 6.
No. I
was
have
just-
a +6.
Be inspired.
Okay.
It's a D6.
I'll also give myself guidance.
Yeah.
Just front load that thing as hard as you can.
We have. This is literally a prepared figure this out time. Yeah.
I can also hand out guidance. That's all the power I have. Good numbers.
27?
Yeah, you
Hold
quite
on.
easily.
27 plus 6, 32.
Yeah, you quite
It's like-
easily find the sewer, the path through the sewers that would lead you to the exit closest to the guy's house, which is what this check was for.
Yes.
You needed a 15.
I
For the record,
crushed it.
you needed a 15. So yeah. Mark, what are your uses?
I lace up my boots extra tight.
Alright.
I mean, if we're going down there, water's been flowing through from the street level too. So
Yeah. I'm gonna change to capering clothes.
I just have my other
I didn't think to ask Howl for capering outfit.
You totally flicked up. Clearly, we need to postpone until you can go and get.
No.
Go to
We'll
the
make do with
clothing.
hard work clothes. Hard work, kind of capering.
It's caper-esque, but I mean the color palette's off.
I know. I went with a standard color palette so I can mix and match.
Yeah.
I mean, they're earth tones, so it's not terrible, but yeah.
Do you change into your capering clothes there?
Yeah.
Which is also known as what you just wear.
Yeah. Well, I got special darker clothes for capering. Outside of it,
It's a tactical turtleneck.
Yeah, I actually have 2 sets of clothes.
Okay, so you guys get ready for your caper, and you're gonna start heading downstairs, I suppose.
Yep.
All right, go downstairs to the sewer, and you're down in the sewer. Are any of you flying, attached to the walls, can walk on water, or some other reason that difficult terrain does not affect you?
Stormy weather, man. Yeah, storm drains.
From my big ass number, how long do I think it would take us to travel there? Going the sewer route.
Without any difficulties, probably about an hour.
I do not.
It is a winding path. It is
Yeah,
not a straight line. You look a little concerned.
Well, particularly that's without the difficulties. I'm like, I have no concept for how big these zones are.
Okay. Well, you know, on the road to walk from one end of the zone to the other takes about an hour to hour and a half because you've traveled in and out of it, and the Red Horse Inn is pretty close to the entrance of the actual zone. And like to get to the circle takes about 45 minutes to an hour, hour and a half, something like that.
So the circle's only one zone away?
Yeah. It's just not an option for...
It's
current
inward as opposed to outward.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You're circling like this in by tiers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to waste...
To be fair, you could totally try to take over the circle.
I feel
It would not
like
be
he's not
the
including
best
it
idea.
was him being nice to us rather than...
Yeah, if you had gone in there willy-nilly, it's balanced for like between 13 and 15 in level, so you could have totally tried.
We've done stupider things. We have
Yes,
done characters
yes,
to
you
prove
have.
Anyways, I'm trudging, so...
Okay. So you,
To move with dignity.
it is difficult terrain because of the rushing water, so you're moving at half speed.
Okay.
it. So it'd be over
And-
2 hours.
I'm going to need just a general. I'll do athletics or acrobatics, just a check.
From everyone or one
Yeah,
person?
everyone.
I can fly.
Yeah, you. I'm like that's why I included flying on the list. I'm like, if you can fly, this does not apply to you.
10.
17.
Two.
Okay. Everyone who got a 10 or higher, you're fine. It's difficult terrain.
What about those of us who got somewhere in the range below a 10?
Was it a natural 1 or a 2?
It was a 2.
Oh, okay.
Do you have any like magical bags or anything like that?
I do.
Okay.
I actually don't know if that would be on me. What do I have in there? Mm-hmm. Inventory. Okay. That's somebody. No, that probably wouldn't be on me. But I do have things like probably my alchemist supplies that's strapped to my belt. I
Okay.
probably have my butcher's set tucked in.
So
I have.
when you prepare spells, you grab like the components you need
I
for those.
in my
spells.
mind. Okay, if you remember at the Ren Fair, the high end leather shop that's always in that
Yeah.
spot kind of on the left, and you kind of go in there and they have those like little things that are designed like belt pouches where it flips open. It's all those vials.
Yeah.
In my brain, it's that. I looked into getting one, but it's like $100, and I'm like, I'll just keep my cheap prop.
Yeah. Yes. So go ahead and how many spells do you have prepared for today? Like different spells.
A different
Yeah. Like your spells that you can know
are not cantrips.
Yeah.
4, 8, 9.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and need you to roll a d20, reroll on a 19 or a 20, and then tell me the number otherwise.
13.
13. Okay, so count from in your book up 6.
Okay.
You don't have the components for that; they fell out of your pouch. So
And tap it.
And I can regroup them for tomorrow.
yeah.
Okay,
You can.
then that's fine.
It's like you literally slipped, and your component, one of your components fell
Okay.
out for that spell.
That was
You
real
don't-
close to one that I think I need.
Yeah, you don't lose.
That's just me not dying.
Yeah, you don't lose a spell slot or anything like that. You just don't have the components for them.
Okay.
And if you can find them along the way or whatever, that's fine. You just know that you lost the components.
Does
for
that have a material component?
I mean, technically, I can make that component if I want to. I would just have to damage some of my stuff.
Yeah.
It's piece of cured leather, so I'm like, if I want to like tear apart some of my clothing or stuff, I can.
Yeah, you can cut the piece off your boots. Because you're
Yeah.
like
Probably better not to,
Yeah,
but-
you totally can.
But if I really need it,
Yeah.
If it makes you feel better, this is probably the cleanest these sewers have been in weeks.
Yeah, I mean...
These sewers are already pretty good. They don't handle sewage. They handle the water runoff.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, there you go.
they're storm drains.
Yeah, the storm drain's not...
The poo is handled with magic.
yeah, it's not sewage. It's just storm drainage and stuff like that. It's one of the reasons the city doesn't stink all the time.
Magic poo-eating smoke.
If nothing else, Eric Rasmussen knew a clean town was a good adventure.
Yeah,
No,
otherwise,
he wanted-
nobody wants to go in the sewers.
No, he wanted to encourage people to go in the sewers. He didn't want it to be full of poo.
Yeah.
That's important.
Eric Rosrauda is the reason for a lot of the weirder things in this town.
Well, if Eric Rasprauda is responsible for magic poo-eating smoke, then did he go to Kirtan?
I mean, obviously. Have you seen the layout for that place? That's just asking for you to get lost in a back alley somewhere.
Okay,
By the
so
way, post.
so you guys take about 2 hours, and except for one unfortunate slip, you make it to the exit, and with the incredibly high survival check that was rolled, you know that his place is just a couple blocks down. So you're off in an alley off this main street, and what do you guys do? How do you proceed?
So we're pretty close now?
You're pretty close, yeah.
So, now what do you have for me?
It's about 100 yards away down the
We
street.
pop up. Are we on the same side of the street of like the main road as it?
This is just the closest sewer entrance to there. You are 100 yards up, and it's like 100 yards down and around a corner, and then it's
Okay,
like
so we have to
right
cross a main road.
You have to walk down the street, cross the main road, and the house is right there at the other.
Do we know with any of the CMX, like, is there like a cross the road into an alley and approach from behind option?
You can go check, but like most of the housing has alleys behind for services such as garbage cleanup and stuff like that. It's kind of backwards, where like the front of the house is meant to be like a very well presented like garden, stuff like that. Beautiful things for people to look upon when they're walking down the main street, and like you get your groceries if you're bring them in. You bring them in from the back. Trash pickups from back. Most of the mail comes in from the back alleys.
How long of a walk, either way, do I think it would?
There's usually an alley between most of the houses because this is more one of the richer parts of the same district. So as opposed to being cheek to jowl like a lot of the...
Like a minute walk over there? Or?
Yeah, I mean, it's 100 yards. It's going to take you...
Listen. Because I ritual detect magic.
Oh, yeah. You can be there in about, like...
Yeah.
3 minutes. 2 to 3 minutes. So you got about 8 minutes left on it if you sit down and ritual it right there. Which takes 10 minutes plus an action, as I recall.
Yeah, I will go ahead and do the same.
Okay.
Might as well.
Ritual,
Everyone's got
rituals.
rituals.
Okay, you guys...
Oh, you guys know
Doing
ritual
anything?
magic too, huh?
You got 10 minutes plus...
And this is the point where I notice.
yeah.
That's not blue. That's the sewer one. Why does this have...
No, I'm not casting any of these spells.
Now, just everyone breaks out their own little kiss. Oh,
Okay.
I noticed you're using Terranor's triangles for your free point. It's like, yes, I prefer Mistephalen's circles myself.
It's like,
So, yeah, this is...
I can cast Enhance Ability once we get up there. That's just an action.
Okay.
Get ourselves 10 minutes.
So 10 minutes of them just sitting in a circle. Or Adam's thing where he looks like he's just,
Pouring the same liquid back and forth.
doing like a whole shake and then drinking it down. So yeah.
And just keeping an eye out for anybody who might spot us or any other security /
Well, I assumed we were
obstacles.
down in the sewer before we popped
Oh
up.
no, you guys were popped down.
Yeah, we're in an alley.
There's
Okay.
rushing water down there. It's kind
Yeah.
of hard to do a ritual.
Okay.
We're congregating an alley like a bunch of shady criminals.
Okay.
Also, city planner Erich would have also made sure there were alleys aplenty. Adventures in alleys happen a ton.
Yeah.
Ryan, I need a perception check from you.
Okay.
At disadvantage because it's raining. Thanks, Nick.
Hey, it means everyone else is disadvantaged too.
That does 8.
Yep.
And
Okay.
we're the ones sneaking around, so...
Don't see anyone looking at you. Okay, so your 10 minutes pass. You have both of you have your detect magic up, and you're good to go. So how do you proceed?
This guy's so.
Okay, this guy's self.
I say probably 2 groups. One walk back through the alleys to get towards back, other from the front.
So one
We're
back
split.
door, one front door team.
And we'll meet just on the other corner of their alley.
I mean, we can kind of adjust once we get there and see what the actual property looks like.
I
Pace it up.
assume-
And we should split so that we can see if there's unprotected entrance.
Okay.
I just assumed it was a square. We'd come at the corner and just split and meet back at the back.
Well, I'm not going to make any assumptions on whether or not it's a square, a rectangle, an oval, connected to the buildings next door, and there's no real...
It is not connected to the buildings next door. It has a relatively larger plot of land than what you're used to, as this is a more expensive part of the same district.
Well,
Anyways, we split. Who's going with?
I'll go with you.
okay.
The
The
Marys together. Excellent.
Yes.
So,
We'll
are
have
the
left.
Marys looking
Marys-
after the back door or the front door?
Yeah, Mary's team back door, team front door.
To be clear, the goal is to get in and toss the place, right?
We're
Trying
we're
to find the,
we're trying to get the
seals.
chops.
Yeah. Just making sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
So, yeah, I didn't know back, front door. So, I guess
Back
we'll
door?
just do back, yeah.
Okay.
That is
So,
much.
The Marys are on the back door.
Yep.
So we go basically down the road.
Okay. So as you and Mother June walk down the road,
I am, because it's free to do so casually, just looking normal for every house. All the windows, same thing as before. Is that just...
it seems that utility magic and
We need to figure
magic are
out which
pretty useful
zone
with windows.
has the window manufacturer and get them on our side. Goals.
I mean, when you're at the end, the windows there have it too. You can legitimately figure out what this spell is and what it does.
Yeah.
Wait, it's probably anti-draft, double painting.
Good insulation.
So, yes, I'm just hopping along. I pull my hood up over my ears.
The hopping doesn't give you away at all.
But yes, I mean, it makes sense. All very hooded and bundled up and
Yeah.
covered against the rain.
She's like
So
a
you
joint or
guys
whatever.
all walking together, separate. What's the marching order? And
We are splitting down road to head towards
okay,
the front.
Yeah, it's just me and Richter, and these two can pick whatever angle approach they want.
If we had connecting alleys, just head across the street directly into their alley.
okay. So you walk. You guys walk down the road, and you two walk down the alley side.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And yeah, you can roll perception checks, I suppose, if plus so inclined.
All of
Yeah, I
us?
can guidance.
Well, one of you can help the other, so each team gets one with one straight because he would be at disadvantage.
Okay, that's probably me. I have a +6 to
Plus
perception.
Are
Yeah.
you better? Or?
And I'll cast guidance on myself. and plus you do.
Perception.
I
No,
was
your
looking for something
wisdom.
useful.
It's a straight.
It's going to be you with wisdom, right?
Before that.
I'm charisma.
Yeah.
Your oh, so I'm +2.
I'm still better than you.
22.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Okay.
Alright. Alright. 12.
Okay. So you're walking up, and everything seems relatively normal. You don't see anything. Nick, as you're walking up, you see a figure kind of moving behind a curtain and a light go out.
In the target house or just another house on the
Target house.
Okay.
No, random other house. Their dude's just going at it. No, yeah, at the target house you see a figure move and an upper story and a light go out.
Okay, so you might just be heading to bed, but I also point that's at least someone sleeping in there to Mary.
Neat.
So heading in, looking at all their windows and doors, see if there's anyone not enchanted.
The windows and doors are all enchanted. The windows are all utility. The doors are... Oh, good lord. Why do I always get rid of this thing? I just need to leave it up all the time because it's like...
Necromancy? All the doors are necromancy.
Oh, yes, all the doors are necromancy. I don't need budget anymore.
Real evil doors here. We only sell real evil doors.
Not those fake evil doors. Abjuration. It is a weak abjuration on the doors.
Pretty standard.
Is that a shield spell?
It's any sort of defensive magic, basically.
What about the chimney?
The chimney does not seem enchanted.
But it's probably the size of a chimney.
It is about the size of a chimney.
But you are small.
Are we talking like this big or like...
You haven't gone to investigate.
Do we also figure this out about the windows and doors?
Yes, you also see the same magic.
I asked Richter what kind of enchantment is the abjuration on the door.
It's an abjuration enchantment.
Can you make a knowledge or an arcana check in order to figure out what it does?
Can I?
You can. You can also cast Identify. Those are both options.
Identify is not prepared.
Unfortunately.
Do you have the pearl for it?
I don't think so. I feel like that's probably why I didn't prepare it.
Owl feather, too.
I feel like I could get that. 15.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it is pretty good. You've seen this before, not just at the place that you tried to rob, but in general.
This is the windows?
This is the doors.
The door, okay.
That's what you're looking at, the doors, right?
That's one that... Because the windows just have utility magic.
Oh, okay. Then yeah.
It's an arcane lock.
Logic seems to lead that way too.
How nefarious. Alright.
So we take the 10 minutes. Do we spot any other magic on the house, or the walls? Or
I'm not thinking we're speaking the whole 10 minutes on that. I'd like to get inside within that if we can. But yeah, kind of walk around. If the alley goes around at one side, and possibly meet up with them more towards the back.
Yeah, so both of you guys go in the back.
So team front door goes to the back door.
I set Tony out next to the back door,
Okay.
and he's got orders to just make a lot of noise if anybody who's not us comes back into the back alley. He's just going to be our lookout on the outside.
Tony indignantly just like curls up upside
There's
down.
probably like an awning somewhere.
He's really indignantly curled up underneath the eaves, and he's just keeping an eye out, and just looking at you, and going.
That's all. That's all.
Looks at you and acts like he's about to screech really loudly, then doesn't.
Okay, so
I fly up and look at the windows. Do any of these windows on the second floor open?
You're trying to open them?
I don't. I just look to see if they have latches.
You cannot tell if... Oh, okay, perception check, I suppose. With disadvantage, because it's raining.
These aren't over that short little awning there?
That's a 9. That's a 5. 7.
You cannot tell if they are latched or not.
Well, do they have them? I'm not seeing if they are latched.
do they just have a little thing?
Are these windows a single solid pane in a wall, or they look like the things that can open?
They appear to have the capacity to open.
Okay, then yeah, we may change. And I'm going to try to open them.
I was going to say, it's like, if we need, I can go down the chimney and just open up a window from the inside.
Well,
Or door.
I'm doing that.
Oh, okay.
I mean, window's probably better than door.
Yeah.
Gourmet alarm.
Okay, so you're on the second story?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got a mage hand in there, and I'm trying to open the window from the inside.
Do you take any consideration to what you saw the light going out into when choosing which window?
Not that room.
Also, while we're down here, if he wakes up, I could be a spider and poison him back to sleep without killing him.
Well,
I mean,
anyone with melee can do
I
that.
can just put him to sleep if you're not near him.
Yeah, that too.
Shake a little vial of...
Hey, if it
But
comes
that's
down
all.
to
Otherwise,
knocking him out.
I'm just flying up onto the side of this window.
Well,
Mage handing it through the
if you're
window.
going to be doing that, allow me to enhance you so you can be more dexterous.
Yeah, because it's a sleight of hand check with your mage hand. And wait, are you an arcane?
No.
I don't know if you can do that if you're not a arcane.
I can. It just doesn't. I don't get the reduced time, the invisibility, or the enhanced range.
This is just normal mage hand stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought that
I don't
was
think
like,
I can pick. I don't think I can pick locks with it.
I really thought that was a rogue only thing.
Yeah, if it's locked, but if it's just latched.
Yeah, the rogues can pick locks with their mage hand. They can do complex.
Oh,
actions.
okay. Yeah, you're right. Okay.
And they also get it invisible. They also get it without noise or motions, and they also get it at double range.
Okay.
It's like it's not a small amount of stuff they get.
It turns a cantrip into a really useful thing.
They get a lot of goodies.
All right. Cool. So yeah, I guess a straight dexterity check. Are you trying to be quiet with the latch?
Not especially. It's a latch.
Okay.
I'm not going to punch a hole in the window. That's my goal. I was like, if it makes
That's-
noise,
That's plan B. That's the loud option. Or that is the loud
if we
option.
get in there and he's making noise, yeah, then we bust the window and go, nah, some kids out there messing with those thugs. City's going to hell. Good job, advantage.
Double 11s. Excellent. Hey, it would have been just as good if it was disadvantage.
One of those was a 1.
Yeah, it's a 1 and 11.
Advantage for the win.
Oh, okay. I thought that was double 11s. Never mind. It would have been real bad. You would have broken a window.
I get 16.
And I love the idea of it breaks it, like it punches it from the inside out.
Yeah, with not too much difficulty, it goes and pulls a latch that you couldn't really see where it was, but you kind of found it.
Yeah, it's hard to see.
Like you made an assumption and you were correct.
Yeah.
And just so yeah, you have an unlatched window.
Cool. I open that window up.
Okay, there are now curtains in your way. Do you go through the curtains?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, roll initiative. No. Okay, so you go through the curtains. How are you doing it? Are you just going in?
Yeah, just gonna go in.
Okay.
Just lean out. Now what?
Well, help us up.
Go unlock one on a ground level.
So you're looking around the room that you came into. It looks like it's an office, like a bedroom that got converted into an office.
Or on second thought, just find what we need and come back.
There is a desk in there.
No, yeah.
Quick question. Magic. Chops are magic, right?
They have magic, yeah.
Yeah, they got magic on them.
So, is there magic in this desk?
Do you have detect magic?
You need us in there for that.
Yeah.
Why would I need you?
Do you
Unless
have detect
the
magic?
spell.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you cast it?
Well, are we out done with our ritual duration?
Oh, you were in on that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
I did not know that.
I had no idea.
I
that
was
you were-
not just making comments. I also have ritual detect magic.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
you
didn't
did.
know
You
that.
said-
No.
Slap that!
All you said was,
Oh, well,
I
yeah, we could have done all sorts
have
of-
rituals. It's like, neat. And then we went on with our day. I didn't
Yeah.
realize you were actually casting
Oh, okay.
detect magic.
Cool.
Yes, there is something magical in the desk. It is utility, which is what the type of magic that you are looking for.
Okay, can I, then before I do anything else, I just try to get at.
You
Just open.
yeah, it's locked.
If only the person that could pick locks was in there.
I know, man. Who could possibly do that? And
Give yourself guidance.
I was like, nobody can talk to animals, whatever. Yeah, I'm just gonna let you guys hang and think that I'm coming down towards you.
To be fair, you said I've rambled for like 3 hours when I first came in that I could talk to animals and do all this other stuff.
Oh, then I quietly telepathy Tony to quietly mention to Girl Mary that I may have found them. I'm going to try and get them.
Okay, Girl Mary, go ahead and roll an animal handling. Oh, perception check first.
Mm-hmm.
Get above a 10?
Yes.
Okay, you notice the bat doing a weird little jiggle dance. Animal handling?
What's that? 6? Yeah. 11?
Yeah, it appears to be doing a dance. Don't know what it means?
Oh yeah, that's all I get for just assuming you can actually talk to animals.
That's a spell, man. I don't have that active.
What are you talking about? That's just a passive ability you get as a druid.
No, it's not.
If you're the correct type of druid.
Shepherd?
Whatever. I've done my part.
Yes.
I try and pick that lock.
Okay. Go
I
ahead and roll.
guidance myself when I try to pick that lock.
Didn't Ryan, you gave him an enhanced ability?
Yes.
Yeah, Dex.
Okay, so yeah, you are rolling at advantage. It is a dex-based check.
Nice.
20 plus stats.
Well, proficiency.
Yeah.
Plus dex.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is one
Bonuses,
of my...
yeah.
And then are you proficient with...
27. I am proficient
Then, yeah.
with these tools.
You pull out your thieves' tools and would have been slower with a key to open.
And it's like, man, he really needs to get better locks.
Yeah, these are nowhere near as good at as his desk at work were.
I guess he assumes this would be safer. The fool.
Given how easy it was to break into his house.
Yeah. Then yeah, I try to...
You open it up. Inside is a couple papers, and the thing that is magical is a flask.
Damn. Put that in there. Anything else magical in the desk?
Not that you can see.
Yeah, it's blocked by like any amount of stuff in the way.
The only thing that the desk would have to be lead lined to block it.
Yeah.
No, it's like an inch of wood.
An inch of metal.
An inch of metal.
Inch of metal, a foot of stone.
3 feet of wood and dirt.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe.
Yeah.
You can also, it's a 60-foot range. Any other pings in the house unless it's made of stone?
The houses are usually stone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Then
I
I
wonder-
try...
The interior walls?
Well, I guess the interior walls wouldn't be. Yeah, there is other magical things in there. There's utility. There's some utility stuff downstairs. There's utility stuff in bedrooms.
Well, Richter
lights.
here says he's got sleep magic, so I'm going to try and sneak my way down to the first floor so I can let him in.
Okay, stealth check. Well, again with advantage because you're enhanced.
Ooh, that's 7. 14.
Alright, let's...
Not the sneakiest.
Warlocks make
Okay.
such good rogues.
So you sneak down the stairs.
Yep, and try to find the back door or whatever.
I mean, you can pretty much figure that way.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So you walk through the kitchen where there was a couple pings of utility as your dispel magic. As your detect magic
Oh, if
begins
only.
to fade.
Yeah.
And you get to the back door.
I unlock it from the inside.
Wouldn't you want to just open one of the windows nearby versus the arcane
Yeah,
lock?
the door's not going to work.
Oh yeah, because you don't have the key.
It's not a latch. That's a
Oh.
modern thing.
He used the actual spell. Okay, yeah, then I open one of the ground floor windows.
Okay, you just walk over.
What room are we walking into?
You are walking into what looks like a dining room.
Pull out a chair. Sit down. And I spend 10 minutes to ritual cast detect magic. In
Mine
his
is-
dining room.
We might as all do that.
Okay,
No, do that before you go in.
Well, it's raining outside. You can't do the ritual outside.
you can do it outside, but not in the middle of like a torrent of water.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
there's a slight difference between sitting down in the rain and sitting down in a rushing river.
I mean,
Supposedly.
how long did he spend searching that room?
The one upstairs.
Yeah.
Less than 10 minutes.
Well, yeah. Like a minute, or what, was it feeling
It
like
was
he was...
about 3 or 4 minutes until he got the back door open.
Okay, then I might be in the middle of that one. If I notice it's fading, then I'll probably have sat down.
Yeah.
And if I'm far enough into it that it's not worth going inside to finish, then yeah.
Yeah.
Not as entertaining as doing it at the guy's dining room table, but...
Okay. So you re-up your detect magic.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like, if we're doing it in there, we might as well do it. So
Yeah, no,
if
that
he
is
has
how we
time,
find
I
this
have
thing.
time. Yeah.
Okay, so you're also sitting outside. Okay, so
I'll go in.
Mother, Mama June and Molly, Mary are both standing inside of the dining room. You've got a couple minutes. You just wait?
Yeah.
Okay.
I recast my disguise.
Okay.
Might as well refresh that timer.
Mm. Following.
So, a couple of minutes pass, you get in, and there's some magic, like general utility stuff around. You notice that there's a towel, tea towel that's hanging that has some utility magic on it. There's a set of knives that you're relatively familiar with, as you've seen them a couple times from the one blacksmith shop that are have some utility magic on them. There's a tea
My
set.
immediate thought is it would be fitting to kill him with his own knife, and then, oh no, we're not killing him.
But we're not looting the place.
You can stab him non-lethally with a knife.
There's some tea sets. There's like a nice tea set that's done that. There's a cabinet that has what you now know as another arcane lock, but it looks like a china cabinet.
Mm-hmm. We've seen them. We know about the size of the chops.
Yeah.
Are oars in the shape of the object they're on?
No.
Okay.
I think vaguely,
Yeah.
but not enough that would say, "Oh, that's a square, not kind of an oval." So, but I mean,
Yeah, you don't get wall hacks.
However, you might be familiar with the type of magical aura that we're looking for, as far as
at least vaguely,
yeah.
Utility.
Yeah.
definitely utility, but there might be a little more detail on it. But it's enough. Yeah. So I am kind of casing at least the open area and near, like looking through walls, of course, but just trying to figure out.
He's got like an office upstairs.
Yeah, downstairs you see something glowing in Mary's pocket that's a utility. Squarish in shape.
Yeah.
You see basically downstairs is just utility spells and
That's
the
wonderful.
occasional arcane lock on doors and the like.
Are we also stealing from this guy? Because you guys wanted me to steal stuff yesterday.
That's fine.
Okay. And
So be careful with it. It's not worth getting caught for random stuff, but if we're confident.
so yeah, you spend about
Thus, I am not the one doing it.
You're the only one with the magic bag, and you didn't bring it with you. So
Nope.
you
I did not, because I am not thinking of it as I did not think of this as we're robbing the joint. We're looking for a goal.
Okay, you spend like pretty much the full 10 minutes of your casting time looking around downstairs.
I'm being pretty brief downstairs because in this I see like a room that feels like it. He's already said there's an office upstairs, and I know the guy is upstairs.
Okay,
So
you're not searching the entire downstairs.
Yeah,
I
I'm
will search
walking
the
through, and
downstairs
unless
pretty
there
well.
is enough concentration that I have to spend more time, I'm trying to just get a vague sense here.
Okay,
And then
so
going up.
you're moving relatively quickly.
Yeah.
For searching, it's fast.
Yeah.
I will do the downstairs. Though.
Okay, so I'm gonna need.
Or yeah, no. If Phil comment that he'll look downstairs, then I will go upstairs
Okay, then.
because I feel more confident in my ability to deal with the guy.
Okay, how are you going upstairs?
Presumably find the stairs, if not easy. Even by asking.
Are you going stealthily, or are you just walking up the stairs? What are you doing?
Yeah.
I mean, in general, yes, I am trying to be stealthy.
Okay, then I'm gonna need stealth checks.
But I don't want to do a stealth check because that relies on this
What about
random
those?
number cube. I need that.
Oh,
That is a good number. I need that.
Tough toenails.
Yeah, there's no rule for group stuff in Finn.
So yeah, anyone who's moving around in the house who's trying to be stealthy, I'm gonna need stealth checks from you.
5.
10.
15.
25.
You skipped a digit.
Unfortunate.
The noise
Okay.
you guys are making is covering me so good.
Okay, so as you guys you're bumbling around downstairs and running into shit. You're making a decent amount of noise. You're tripped on the stairs on your way up them and also made a decent amount of noise. You're fine.
Walking.
You
Just
People
floating.
keep checking to see if you're flying because there's no sound coming from you. It's incredible.
The trick is to take a step when one of you falls down.
Okay, so Adam, you're going upstairs to search the office again.
I am searching, starting through the hallway, like enough that I'm looking through, because I can see through interior walls. What am I seeing inside these rooms? Also, specifically, I know I made noise. Is any magic moving?
You do not. Oh, this is a good time. Perception check.
Everyone or just him?
Just him.
What am I perception checking?
You are perception checking for moving magic.
Okay. 10.
Okay. You don't see any magic moving.
Then not enough that someone is carrying a magic weapon across the... things like that.
Yeah, as far as you know.
Things like that would be a lot easier than if someone is doing something subtle.
And I applied that to the DC, I promise. But as far as you know. Nick, I'm going to need a investigation check from you. Because you're searching for shit to steal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
15.
Okay. It's going to take some time, but you're rummaging through them.
Just grabbing all the magical stuff.
Yeah, rummaging through stuff downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
Are you just grabbing all the magical stuff?
I start with magical stuff while I have the 10 minutes of detect magic on, yeah.
Okay.
Like, if it's
I mean,
an
the magic
arcane
is
lock,
mostly utility, so...
Yeah, it's a bunch of utility stuff. You can steal all of it if you feel like it, but yeah, okay.
I mean, it'll be great once we have a house.
I forget. Does my back bumpkin butt know that utility magic, just because it's enchanted, doesn't mean it's expensive?
For you, it would have been expensive because, your father was a failure and ruined the family's finances. So having enchanted knives or like an enchanted tea set or an enchanted towel, what does the enchanted towel even do?
Yeah.
The enchanted knife set seems to match the thing that's tucked in on my belt.
Yeah, like all the things that are in here, it seems like an obscene amount of wealth for one person to have.
Well, this guy is embezzling from this entire giant union that runs this area. So yeah, just bagging up all the magic stuff. This is just a ridiculous amount of wealth.
Okay. It's still going to take you basically a while for all that. So that's what you're doing right now.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you interrupt it and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, you guys are upstairs.
I would like to investigate upstairs to try and find it, using the detect magic to the best of the ability that I can.
There are a couple rooms that have, like, less magic. Like, you can see through the walls that the windows are magical, but that's about it. There's a couple rooms that have big areas of magic in the middle. Utility, again. But, yeah, basically, there's a decent amount of utility magic in each room, so you're doing an investigation check. Are you just looking for...
I am looking for the seals.
Okay.
The word means something to me, whereas chops always sounds like a nonsense term, because I'm not familiar with it. So.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and roll an investigation check.
Okay, I roll an 18.
Okay.
And adding, investigation.
Oh, he's good at investigations, right?
Mm-hmm.
25.
He's a smart one.
So, as you look through the walls and you go, that utility blob is bigger than that one. I'm betting that utility blob is the master bedroom. And you go and you try the door handle and you open it up. And
I'm behind him.
Okay, and you walk in.
And when I open it immediately, I am to the side.
Just in case it's an explosion.
Okay. You walk in.
Yeah, like I give it a moment
you walk in, or
before
you just open it?
before I like lean in to see.
Stealth check, I guess, to open it quietly.
You guys already rolled your stealth checks for this
Yeah,
game.
that's
Oh, okay.
He almost hits himself with the door.
Yeah, so I kind of lean into the side. How big is the room immediately?
The room is about a little bigger than this one. It's about 20 by 20 or so.
So I could throw something into the corner. Basically, everything within a 20-foot point would be encompassed by it.
Yes.
If something is in there.
As you look around the corner and look into the room, there's a man who's getting out of bed and staring at you and about to open his mouth.
Sleep.
Okay. What
Second
do I
level.
need- All right, excellent. What do I need to roll?
I think you know his HP.
You don't roll.
His HP.
Oh, it's HP based? Yeah, he's out.
Yeah, it's 5 or
It could be really
78s.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and roll 78s. Let's see if you fuck that up.
Nine and 6 is 15.
22.
22.
That's why I use a computer. Does the math for me.
25. 28.
As the man gets up to get out of the bed, he just collapses and falls to the floor.
So if nothing affects it, there is at least a minute where he is not waking up, and then depends on how awake he really was at that point, whether or not he naturally does, but at least a minute where the magic keeps him asleep.
Okay. You're pretty sure there's, like, magical stuff throughout the room, but there is, like, a little lock box in his dresser, you're pretty sure. That is not magical in itself, but there's magical stuff in it.
So,
Okay.
should I tie him up?
If you're there...
I've been following you.
okay.
Yeah.
With magical backup, just in case.
How long does picking a lock take?
It kind of depends upon the DC
When you
and the
guys
training.
Nice.
Like, you can speed pick, I believe, is disadvantage, as I recall.
It's like
I think that's all house roll,
That's all
DM,
house roll.
fiat.
I know that rogues have the ability to pick locks as an action. So it's
bonus
like
action,
an
yeah.
actual ability.
Okay, as long as you're not attempting to wake him up, then yeah, you can mess with him while that.
Yeah, so you can attempt to pick the locks.
Or I think he's
tie the guy up first.
Okay, so you're going to tie the guy up.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, make sure he's not. Does he have any magic on him?
Does he have any magic on him?
No.
Okay, then yeah, then we just tie him up regular. Feet, hands, bag over the head.
All right.
Do you gag him first so he can't yell?
That's a good point. Is somebody smart enough going to mention that?
Sure.
They might. If I'm smart enough to think of it, then yeah.
I mean, we
I
don't
mean,
have
you
Ryan
can just
here to say,
cut out the
strip him
tongue,
naked,
but-
hog tie him behind his head.
But that might wake him
Yeah.
up.
What is it? Strip them naked, hog tie them behind.
No,
their
we don't do
hands,
that.
Stuff something in their mouth so they can't bite off their own tongue, and check for poison capsule teeth.
Yeah. All that.
Now,
That
I'm
is
just saying,
standard Ryan
the
operating
sleep thing
precision.
would wake up. He'd wake up before that.
Yeah.
That's going to take a minute. Okay, so
No, we just tie him up regular, gag him, and put get the shirt out and just tie that over his face.
okay,
Yeah.
so takes you about 30 to 45 seconds to do a good job of it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And yeah, okay.
That's all. And we can keep an eye on him afterwards. And then we try to pick the lock on this device here.
Okay.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I'll watch him.
I did say I could put him asleep for a longer period of time as a spider if you need me.
You could also just kill him. I don't know.
23?
Yep.
Because
Quick
we seem to be
opens
going
up.
for...
There's a
Yeah. No, he's going to
there's
jail.
a couple bags in there. One of them, if you pick it up and look at it, appears to have some coin in it, and the other one has chops.
Chops?
Perhaps. Yeah.
All right.
What else? What? Immediately looking around the room, what do I?
So, rob him?
There's well-made bedding. There's a wardrobe, chest of drawers, mirror, little desk for like sitting there and like
If
seeing
we take
yourself and taking
anything,
care of it.
if they look into us, they can't find any of it.
There seems
Obviously.
to be a collection of nice oils and waxes, you assume for fancy mustaches and things of that nature. Clothing that would fit a gnome.
Quick glance. Where was the office?
It's directly across the hall.
Yep. Fall across there and do the same kind of general glance around.
With your detect magic.
If it's still up, then yes.
It probably would be fading about this point, but since you like looked through all the walls on your way down, you'd know that there isn't really anything else magical in this area other than what he's already taken.
Anything that looks of value.
I mean, he's got some nice stationery. He's got some good-looking pens.
Nothing of gaudy of gold or fine
Nothing.
precious metals. No gem. No. I guess if in his bedroom, if it looked like, I don't know if I ever saw the guy really,
Gem encrusted cotton.
but anything that looked like maybe like a jewelry box or something.
There was one thing that looked like a jewelry box. He already opened it.
Okay, so but nothing on the
Yeah, nothing.
nothing on the prepare
Oh,
yourself thing.
I tell people to wrap it up.
Yeah, after I did all the magic ones, I do glance for silverware, or is it in that case with the china?
It's in the case with the china.
Oh, okay.
Oh, the other thing you find when you're searching around the room is his jacket has magic keys in it, which have abjuration magic on them.
Probably for all these doors.
Yeah.
There's 2 of them.
There's 2 of them. Take one.
Okay, they are not identical.
I know.
Okay.
One of them's probably. My assumption would be, but do they look like front door, back door, or does
One looks intelligence check.
or does it look like one is the
Interior
china
des-
cabinet, one is
Interior design check. Just to tell you.
18.
You're pretty sure one's to the doors and one's to the cabinet. Because you walked
The
by.
cabinet seemed like something
That
valuable.
was arcane locked, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did that seem worth
Yeah,
Fancy
robbing?
I mean, this is a robbery, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
Go.
It's like
Let her
you
take
got-
it.
We gotta build an alibi.
Yeah,
I open the cabinet, and while he starts taking stuff, I take the other one and I unlock the back door.
Okay.
Loot and scoot.
Technically, I'm grabbing him with my cloak, even though I don't think you have fingerprinting in this world. But
Do you have bags?
I have my normal explorer's pack, which
Okay.
is empty.
hold on, I
Is that
have
just full
a
of all the
thing.
magic items?
Okay, so what you've put into that pack is a tea service set, a set of chef's knives, without sheaths. You just have loose knives thrown in there.
It's fine.
Can I conceal a whole bag in my bracelet? If the bag contains stuff in it and it's a non-magical bag.
Yes.
Once we have a bag, I have a bracelet. I think you have one too, don't you?
Yeah, I'm putting the chops in there. Wait, can magic items? Be
I
put
think
in?
I even put
You can put.
I put a magic bag in it at one point,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
or in a magic bag, or
Okay.
I get to not.
You can. Yeah, it's a storage item, so you can put anything, any individual item, including extra dimensional space bags. That's its unique Eric Rasprata custom enchantment on it. Is that you can. Because, it ruins your look.
Mhm.
You can nest it.
Yeah, so you can nest one item in there, so you can do big bags too. But yeah, you can put the chops just into your storage
Okay.
bracelet.
Then I go.
Theoretically, if a wagon was an item, could you put that in there?
No.
Okay.
But I'm gonna go ahead and put the chops away, and then I'm going to scoot. I'm gonna get out of here and try to get back to the sewers.
Okay. So you make your way out. I assume you're stealthing?
Yeah.
So yeah, stealth check for me, please. Oh no!
There it
It went rogue.
goes. Natural 20.
All right.
Very sneaky.
There is a guard walking past as you walk out, and you literally are walking in the guard's footsteps down the street, so he doesn't hear you until you can duck into the alley.
Nice. Your natural 20 pulled the guard off the rest of our round.
No, the guard was just walking.
Oh.
I mean, it's storming. He's getting disadvantage on all of his checks.
Plus an extra because I don't want to deal with anything tonight.
Yeah, no, I just assumed that the guard would have passed by the time we go out now.
Well, it's more of, okay, so you have enough room for all of the magic stuff, and then and then some of the silverware.
Does
Yeah.
he have something that is like a bag?
He has a satchel, like a messenger kind of thing, but he doesn't have like an adventurer's pack.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I take that and I put some basically. Oh wait,
hold
what
on.
does it have? What garbage in it?
It's got papers. It's like his work briefcase, basically. It's got like papers, some notebooks, stuff like that.
Does the dining room have a
Sick.
tablecloth?
Are you going to search for one?
No,
Oh, no,
is it on the dining room table?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, dump that, and what can I fit of the...
You can fit the other half of the silverware in there.
I do that. And into the bracelet.
It's like, theoretically, the china's also worth something, but
It's
harder to move.
Yeah.
Yeah. The tea set, like the tea service, which is like your teapot, a kettle, strainer, little milk container, a sugar dish, and
A
a
whole
big,
tea set.
a big platter.
Mm-hmm.
That's taking up most of your backpack.
Yeah, so there's...
But it is metal.
Yeah, there is the tea service, the knives, the enchanted towel.
Yeah, tea service, knives, towel. Anything else?
Was there anything else magical on the first floor?
I mean,
Built-in stuff like sink and all that.
built-in stuff.
Yeah, okay.
And is there anything that seems to have like a ceremony, like a mantelpiece kind of ceremonial spot that doesn't look like it's valuable?
You just go and check his mantle.
Yeah.
Yeah, perception.
Check the fridge for magnets.
Perception.
Little kid artwork.
16.
You see on the mantle a box and looks like a painting of two older gnomish, a couple. One of them when they're older and past.
Open the box.
Older, and then there's another painting of them. It looks like at a wedding, at their wedding.
Mm-hmm.
You open the box. There's nestled in it 2 rings.
Take the rings. Does it look like probably this might have been this guy, or am I thinking parents?
You
Briefly,
I
You
shall
have
briefly
pretty-
sign him.
Well, you've briefly seen him, but more importantly, you've seen him and you have a decent perception of anatomy and genetics and all that stuff, so I'm not even going to make you roll. You just naturally can go, this is either his parents or grandparents.
Okay. In that case, dagger not flaming / the older one.
Okay, the one...
Yeah, it's them as older.
Okay, so just a single...
Yep, and we leave.
Alright.
why? Because it's the only thing he can't replace.
Yeah, it's like, what is meaningful to him? If it were him, if I thought him and his wife, then I would go with the wedding one, the moment you can never get back. If it's people that I think are older, then he knew them while they were older. He may never have even known them, or he didn't know them when they got married, so that has less sentimental meaning.
Just trying to calculate most emotional damage.
Most emotional damage, least amount of time.
I love it when you play evil characters, because their evil moments are always surprising.
I'm
I
playing
love
a
it.
smart evil character.
I know, your moments of like evil always kind of take me by surprise, and I love that. It's so good. It's so
I mean,
good.
you said I couldn't play it.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, so
We're good to leave.
yeah, you're good to leave.
I leave a window open.
Okay, which one?
The bottom floor.
Okay, so you go back upstairs and close the top floor window.
Or did you do that as you came in?
I mean, I didn't say I would. I did.
So just
So,
leave them both open.
I just leave them both open. Screw it.
Guidance before I go out for stealth.
Okay.
And I mean, unless anyone else takes it, I left the key sitting in the door that I unlocked.
Okay.
And it was pickpocketed. Who knows? Dangerous out here.
With all the shenanigans, your enhancement probably did wear off.
Yeah, I figured. It's night. I'm in a disguise anyway.
Yeah.
17 on
I
myself.
sneak regular.
You roll at a 17.
Okay. So you Pink Panther your way out.
Do I need to make a stealth check?
Are you being stealthy?
I am attempting to.
Yes.
I get 24.
That's going to help a bit at least. So stealth, rolled a 19 for a grand total of 19.
Excellent. He's stealthier than
You know that's not the natural case, but it must be something of the high of the
Yeah,
experience.
you're walking
I did
on
it. We
air.
did it. We did it.
It's unusual for you, Dr. Richter, to feel so complete and
Ruin someone's
whole
life.
and comfortable within your skin.
It is so strange. I think I've developed a bit of character that he enjoys that little bit of Well, I also just want to ruin them emotionally. I like to hurt that.
Yeah, so
That's not something that this character had when I came up with him in my head.
for the first time since you told that boy his prediction, Wolfgang's quiet. There's no suggestions. There's no snark. There's just peace. And with that peace, you move out into the night, not even noticing how silent you have become.
I collect Tony on the way out.
And
Stuck
as
in
you've already started heading back, I assume.
Yeah.
And as you descend into the sewers and make your way back towards there, I'm going to need yet another dex check.
Athletics or acrobatics?
Yeah.
Guidance before I hit the sewers, because I know that's going to be annoying.
Yeah, you know it's coming.
13.
All right.
Acrobatics. 23.
23.
Uh,
Flying.
15.
Okay.
16, yeah.
Yep. None of you rolled below a 10, so none of you fall in leadership.
Mhm.
But it does take you another couple hours to get back. By the time you guys are getting back, it is late. You're fine.
Yeah.
But the rest of you all you had a big day, boys.
Yeah.
Mama June took it.
I communicate-
That's true, you did.
I communicate to Badger to make sure that I'm up for the meeting.
Badger's just like, fucking.
I mean, Badger's probably been sleeping on the bed all day.
Yeah. Badger literally has been napping.
Yep.
As you go in and settle into your bed, which is comfortably warm for you, go ahead and
Good Badger.
drift off to sleep, you with a smile that you wouldn't even notice. And no dreams, no nightmares, just quiet. Mary, you fall asleep normally. You go back downstairs and drink.
Yeah, I gotta check out what this flask does.
Yeah. And Mother June, as you sit to meditate and send your consciousness forth, it seems to be sucked away. And you are standing suddenly in a room with a fireplace and a chair in front of it, gently rocking back and forth. And that's where we'll pick up next time. So, thank you guys for joining us, and we will, yeah. Bye.